I stop worrying about everything? Well, that's a good question, isn't it? The ability to think far into the future is a unique ability that us humans possess. Not only is it critical for our well being, but it helps us to make plans and motivates us to behave in ways today that will lead to desired outcomes later on. However, this ability runs amok when we get hung up on looking to the future with negative thoughts, allowing worry to feed our anxieties about what might happen tomorrow, next week, next year, and in a lot of cases, never. Not only is this unhealthy, it also robs us of our peace of mind, and it stands in the way of appreciating the joys of life as they unfold right before us in the present. So you tend to be known as a worrywart or maybe a nervous Nellie. Maybe you've told yourself that through the years. If you have, stay with me. Do you remember that song from years ago, Don't Worry, Be Happy? If you listen to some of the lyrics, it's powerful stuff. For example, one of the lines says, in every life we have some trouble. When you worry, you make it double. Isn't that the truth? Or how about this line? Don't worry, it will soon pass, whatever it is. Chronic worrying will not only affect your mood, but can have negative repercussions on your relationships, your work, your social life, as well as your mental and physical well being. Negative events do occur in life, and yes, they do affect us, but they generally don't affect us as much or for as long as we expect or fear that they will. And even if our fears come to fruition, all the worrying you do in advance isn't going to help you cope with them. It will just wear you down. So here are 4 misconceptions about worrying. Number 1, I can control my problems by worrying. Hmm. Some people use worry as a way to control their problems, thinking this will lead them to solving their problems. But this is hardly the case. In fact, worrying excessively keeps your emotions in an uproar, actually making it harder to find a good solution to the problem. It's always much better to remain calm and to think rationally. Number 2, if I worry enough, I can prevent something from happening. Worrying by itself has never prevented anything from happening. Each time you worry and nothing bad happens, your mind subconsciously connects worrying to preventing harm, keeping the cycle going. But in reality, only actions can truly stop something from happening. Number 3, if I can think through worry, all the possible things that could happen, I will be prepared for anything. Listen, the mind can come up with endless what ifs if you let it. By doing this, you are only setting yourself up for undue stress on scenarios that most likely will never happen. And finally, number 4, I'm just a born worrier. Sorry to burst your bubble, but no, you weren't born that way. Somewhere along the line, you began to believe that worrying was useful, even when acknowledging that it causes you stress. And because it's a learned behavior, you can also learn how to not live so anxiously too. While it's normal to worry about things such as starting a new job, a new relationship, or unpaid bills or medical concerns, what's not normal is when worry becomes persistent, uncontrollable, and interferes with your daily life. So, how much is too much? Well, ask yourself some of these following questions. If you answer yes to most of them, it's a good indicator that your worry or anxiety is at an unhealthy level. When you think on the what ifs, do you focus on the worst case scenarios? Do you lay in bed at night and can't sleep for all the worrying? Do you interpret everything as a potential problem? Do you have a hard time relaxing? Stress, anxiety, and worry affect our lives in so many ways. Someone once said, worrying is like blood pressure. You need a certain level to live, but too much can kill you. I guess you could, say that that's the worst worrying can do. Listen, I hope this was helpful, useful information for you to just double check yourself. I know at the bare minimum, excessive worrying will definitely cut down on your happiness and enjoyment of life. So if you're interested in finding ways to help you stop letting stress, anxiety, and worry dictate your life, check out our breakthrough coaching services at myanxietylink.com, and I'd be happy to work with you. Also, if you're enjoying these videos, please subscribe below so you'll get all the videos when they come out, or leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks, and we'll see you soon.